What's up, guys, and welcome to my spoiler review for the finale of The Penguin. This is a show that I've absolutely loved. Look, I've only reviewed like the first 4 episodes of the show on this channel. I had so wanted to do reviews for episodes 5, 6, and 7, but I have a lot on my plate, and I just didn't have time to do it. I didn't even watch some of the episodes until the next one came out. I watched them back to back. I've caught up and I watched the finale last night. And this show is just it's got to be one of my favorite shows ever made. Like, I'm not that big of a TV guy, but this, I mean, I would say overall this was better than the Batman as a film, but I mean, this is a series, it had so much more to do. You had hours and hours of, just developing these characters. So I don't know if that's a fair comparison, but I enjoyed it more, and I can't wait to see the Batman Part 2. That's the next chapter in this crime saga. And what happened in this episode and what happened in this show? Look, if you watched my first few reviews for The Penguin, I was totally loving this show. And from the next episodes to the finale, none of that's changed. I mean, the way that the story just continues to twist and turn, and how you have this game, this mental game that Sophia and Oz are playing with each other back to back. I mean, throughout the whole thing, he continues to one up her, she continues to one up him, and he's just so smart, and he's able to think on his feet and get himself out of a lot of situations. But in this finale, he got lucky. He would have died at that airport if it wasn't for Vic, who talked to the one guy. Look, he gave that little speech. Vic was like, "You guys, you're gonna let this happen." Guy comes up, punches him, says, "Hey, you're gonna get yourself shot. So just stop." And that was it. Calls him up and he says, "Okay, look, you're right. We got to do something. We got to do it quick." They're meeting at the airport. At the time, you think Oz is going to get it, or we don't know what's going to happen. She's going to kill him there, but everybody gets popped off. Oz gets the upper hand, and he says, "Let's go for a drive." And he finally gets her because he's been manipulating the congressman the whole time, and he's pinned the drugs, the explosion on Maroni and Sophia, and he's coming out of this scot clean, crispy clean. He's got her at gunpoint, and she's probably ready to die. "I'll save you a seat in hell," she says. Turns around, but guess what? She's got to live with this. So she's turned in. She gets arrested, and throughout this whole thing with the mother, poor Oz's mother, who's been dealing with so much trauma with her life, knowing that Oz basically killed her sons, and she's never really said that to him until now when she's going to get her finger cut off, and she's like, "It's my finger. Come on, this is ridiculous. I know what you did." Because Sophia's trying to be like, "Just tell her the truth for her sake. Tell her the truth," and he's not doing it. He's like, "What are you talking about? This is crazy." And she's like, "I know what you did. I hate you. I hate you for what you did. I've always hated you." And he is still like, "Ma, come on, Ma. Like, this is ridiculous. I want to give you that penthouse suite." She gets up, stabs him with a broken bottle, but he still has something to prove to his mother because he loves his mother. He just has this, love for his mother. And no matter what she says and how she disowns him, he still wants to prove himself to her. So I guess in a sick way, by the end of the show, he does. But he still gets her out of there. She takes a stroke, takes her to the hospital, and we find out that she's had a stroke and she's in a vegetative state. And he is breaking down. And he's like, this is, "Ma, come on, tell me you're proud of me." And she can't even talk. And the next scene where Vic and Oz are on the bench they have this beautiful moment where they're bonding. And Vic's like, you're family to me. We're family. And Oz says, the thing about family, I can't have this again. He doesn't want to have that emotional baggage. And he realizes that. So he, I saw this and I was like, oh my God, this was one of the most shocking things I've ever seen on film, TV. He takes his hand to Vic's throat and he chokes him to death. He kills him. He kills Vic like a dog. I was so upset. This show had me on the side of Oz until that. And then that's the last 5 minutes of the show. And you're like, okay, where's Batman? Batman, come in, kick this guy's ass. Come on, finish him. Because this kid was so loyal to you. He was just there for you the whole time. And by the end of it, you kill him because you can't deal with the emotional baggage. Oh my God. I was like disturbed after I watched this. I was just like, oh my God, what a terrible, terrible person. But he's a monster. He killed his brothers to have his mother to himself. But throughout the show, I mean, I guess he's kind of won us over, but by that, I was like, no, you're public enemy number one. And I hate your guts, man. I hate your guts. Takes the money out of his wallet like it was some kind of a robbery. And he gets his purple vehicle back. He gets the penthouse and he goes up there and he's got his mother just hanging out. She has her view, God, he's sick. And then he comes downstairs and you see that he's hired some doppelganger. He's hired some woman that looks almost exactly like his mother to tell him what he wants to hear. That she's proud of him and all this. And I'm like, dude, come on. She's like, nothing can stop you now. And he's like, you're damn right. You pan out to the sky. The Batman signal comes in. And I was like, okay, come on. This is we're ready. The energy's there. You gotta have the Batman too. You gotta have this guy get slaughtered by Batman. I mean, the excitement for that movie now is through the roof just because of this show, this excellent show. That's it. That's the Penguin. I love this show, but I hate Oz by the end of it. I hate Oz by the end of it. Oh my God, I am sickened by his actions at the end of this. I mean, really, guys, comment down below what you think about the finale of the Penguin. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button for a bunch of reviews coming in the future, and reviews up on this channel now. We've got a bunch of awards type films, Oscar type films that are coming out that we're doing reviews for, and a bunch of other big stuff. We've got Gladiator 2 and Wicked right around the corner, and also a review for the original Gladiator to get excited and get pumped up for Gladiator 2. So guys, you can follow me on Twitter and or X at Ranking72 and Instagram and TikTok at KingRises131. That's it for me. Thank you so much for watching my review for the finale of The Penguin. And until next time, over and out.